Welcome to ATB TV. Just here with Shona Drechsler, who looks after the website, and we've given Darren the week off because, quite frankly, some of the owners said ATB is taking too long at 15 minutes. So Darren, we've sent Darren up the Gold Coast to have a bit of a break, and Shona's a lovely replacement. So anything you can tell us about the website, Shona?
Well, we've got an open day coming up on June 1st for those who haven't seen it. We'll be parading all our horses in work, as well as some yearlings that we've got shares available in. So after the open day at Darren Weir's, we'll head across to the Ballarat racetrack, where there's going to be a kids' day and plenty of racing and lots of action involved.
It's the Wondrous Winter's Day there, Shona. It's going to be freezing.
It's going to be freezing, and they're going to be making snow.
You're going to have 30 cubic metres of snow, so bring the kids along, buy a horse here in the morning, and bring the kids along in the afternoon to enjoy the day.
Great.
Now, Shona, as we said, Darren's been suspended for a week Monday because he talks so much, which it's all great info, but when you've only got...
He said it, not me. I didn't say it, boss.
But when you have to edit the stuff, it makes it a bit tough. Darren actually dressed up for the occasion on Saturday at the races, and not often you see Darren dance in a suit, but Shona did, didn't you, Shona?
I did, and we covered last week's runners.
And here they are.
Here we are at Caulfield today. Darren, we're going to review this week's runners. Let's start off with TAC.
Yeah, TAC ran last night over in the UK at York in the Yorkshire Cup, Group 2. He gave us a big thrill. 2800 firm track. There was a lot of discussion before the race about whether we should run him on that good track. At the end of the day, we figured we had more to learn about the horse than scratching him, so we sent him around, and he was fantastic. You know, he came down the outside late and just got beat that far, literally, and 2 more bounds he wins, so he's on track to run a Royal Ascot in the Gold Cup. Fantastic. Excellent.
Marco was happy with him?
Marco was ecstatic, rang me after the race and said he's just an amazing horse. He just surprises him, he can't believe how well he went, and he's really looking forward to that 4,000 metre race at Royal Ascot.
Great. Now we're going to go to Morphettville and talk about already LEICA.
Yeah, it's a shame. She went over there, 2-year-old filly, 1,000 metres, everything was in order, but unfortunately she didn't begin that well. She was caught 4 wide the whole trip. The jockey just seemed not to be able to make a decision whether to go forward and take the lead or whether to ease in behind. He just stuck 4 wide, and of course the last 200, when you do that, you run out of petrol and you tail out.
Tired. And here we are at Caulfield, as I said, and we had ticket to TOORAK run. How did he go? Yeah,
it's been a great day here. It's a day sponsored by Tara Lee, and we sponsor Tara Lee as part of the ATB group, and ticket to TOORAK was in one of their races. Unfortunately, they were just too good for him today, I thought. He ran 7th or 8th, probably 2 seconds off the pace. Sat up outside the leader, but weak and late. And I think when you look at the sectionals, you realise they've run 110. He's probably a 111, 111.5 horse, so he's probably 6 lengths off this level. And sometimes you just have to face that, and he needs to go back to midweek or maybe wait for a wet track, and that brings him right into the race.
Right. It's good to see Darren dressed up for today's occasion.
Yeah, I think
it wasn't just for me, it was for the races.
I think we're looking pretty smart here. Not something you'd see very often, but look, I'd rather sit next to you, Shona, than BJ any day. Yeah,
well, you're only human, Darren.
Well, it was very insightful, Shona. Darren is always very insightful, and...
Why ATB? Why not?
I'm here with Ken Caldwell we've been in the committee room today, Ken, and fantastic day, and I thought great opportunity to get you on ATB TV and find out about the horses that you own and how they're going.
Thanks, Brian. And Darren on camera. Well, in Clairvaux General Amour. Both got reasonable ability. Both have won 3 races each, so they're paying the way, which is what it's all about.
And what made you get involved in the first place with ATB?
Oh, a couple of lovely people I met called Darren Liz Dance.
Yeah, I don't think I know them.
I've probably regretted that ever since, but they're not too bad. But the most amazing thing that happened today is that Melbourne won. Let's move on.
They did win, did they? That's fantastic. Fantastic news for Melbourne. Not so good for Richmond, but now look, it'd be remiss me not to ask why ATB.
Why not?
Well, it's a great answer, but if you'd like to just elaborate a little bit more.
I think I made a speech when General Amour won a Werribee that they race with you, and that's very important.
Why ATB? Why not?
So now we're going to talk about the runners for the week that we've got. Moving now on to Saturday, we've got ABBASSO at Randwick. How do you think he'll go?
Well, he's a lovely galloper, this one, trained by Chris Waller up there in Sydney, and He was scratched yesterday at Kensington from a BM75 race, and he jumps up to a slightly tougher race, BM80, but I think he'd be a top 4 chance in that run because he hasn't really had many bad runs to date, and he'll be finishing strongly.
Yeah, he's a tough horse and he really tries, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a nicely bred horse, and the more ground he gets, the better he's going to be.
Okay, now next up we've got LONHSPRESSO at Flemington.
Yeah, she's a classy galloper, LONHSPRESSO, and pulled up a little bit scratchy after her first up run, but you actually spoke to Darren Weir earlier on, and we'll find out exactly what Darren Weir had to say.
Yeah, and we're going to pop him on right now. Got a runner coming up at Flemington on Saturday, LONHSPRESSO.
Yep.
How do you think she's going to go?
Yep. She pulled up a little bit scratchy in the action apparently after the race last start, but at home she's sort of been normal and she worked very well on Tuesday, and I'd expect her to run better than she did last night.
Okay. And if she runs well, she might go to Queensland?
Yeah, we really want to take her, but she's obviously got to show us on Saturday that she's worth taking up there, otherwise it's just an expensive exercise.
Excellent.
That was straight from the mouth of the trainer Darren Weir, and he expects LONHSPRESSO to run really well. And Michelle Payne's on top, and Michelle usually rides a good race down the straight, and I'm looking forward to seeing her go around, and if she performs well, she'll be up to Queensland.
Good luck to all the owners. Next up we've got LUCKYIMBAREFOOT at Flemington.
Yeah, Matty Williams trains his horse, and he's a pretty honest galloper. Ran a good race down at Wonderous, and I think it was the last race of the carnival, was it, from memory?
Second or third did he come?
Can you remember that? In the carnival or not?
Yeah, I was a bit tired by the end of it, but no, I can't. Yeah.
No, he ran second, but
yeah.
He's a nice honest horse, this guy, and he's emergency if he gets a run, but he's going to need a dead or worse track because he doesn't like it too dry.
So on Saturday night we've got Kelinni running around at Goodwood.
We have Shona, and he's up against Gatewood again in the Tapster Stakes, a listed race, and he's going to be improved by his first up run because he ran quite a fair way that first up run. And
I think he was slaughtered, wasn't he?
Probably a little bit, but I learned from that. I think Marco's very happy with the horse, he's trained on well. And Dean Elliott, the Centrebet kid, is actually over in Goodwood, and for those people that don't know who Dean Elliott is,
unpretentious.
And I also heard that if we win, he's going to get to collect the trophy.
I've heard that as well. He's actually over in England at the moment, Shona, and Dean's over there at Goodwood. He's going to be there on course and hopefully send us a few pictures back and give us a bit of info and hopefully collect the trophy for ATB. And
I hope he doesn't require payment for that.
Well, Dean's the sort of guy that he likes doing things for free. He doesn't like accepting money, and that's what we love about him at ATB.
He should probably be paying us.
Well, I think he should because we're giving him such recognition over there. For the owners at Kelinni, if you've got a Centrebet account, get on to Dean Elliott. He's over in England, but he's available at email. Email him on his address here, and he's going to give you a 25% bonus on Kelinni up to $250. So if you're an owner of Kelinni, make sure you contact Dean before the race on Saturday. Join Centrebet if you haven't got a Centrebet account, but you must email Dean to get the offer. So join Centrebet, email Dean with the username, and if Kelinni wins on Saturday night, you'll be getting a 25% bonus up to $250. If you're an owner of Kelinni, give Dean Elliott an email. The new website's going really well. I've got to say, I like the emails and that straight after the trials and at the races. You get an audio email, which is fantastic for as far as an owner goes. So how have you found it?
It's fantastic, and it's good to have on the time and on the spot updates. So when you're at the races and you're with the trainer, or after the race with the jockey, you know, when you get that information, it's really fantastic. And I'd also like to say, if you've got any problems or issues with logging on, or you're not getting certain updates, that kind of thing, feel free to give me a call or email me and I can sort that out for you. And if you've got syndicate members in your syndicate that aren't getting updates, if you could please pass on their first, last name and email address, and then I can add them and they'll get direct emails from us. Save you passing them on.
That's right. So any problems at all, the email's up on the screen, so just give Shona a bell and she'll get it sorted for you as soon as possible.
We're here today with Darren Weir at his Ballarat stables at Forest Lodge, and we're just going to do a quick little interview on Darren just to get a little bit of information on him that people might not know about. How are you, Darren?
Yeah, good, thanks, Shona.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to start with some questions. What was your path to becoming a trainer?
Well, I was a farrier and a horse breaker, and then just started mucking around with just one up that I owned myself, and lucky enough to win a race with it. And it's just grown from there, to be honest.
And you started in store, was it? Or?
Yeah, started in store. Yeah, I worked for Terry O'Sullivan for a long time, so that was how I became a horse trainer.
Excellent. What made you decide to be a horse trainer?
Well, I didn't sort of decide, it sort of just happened. It went from 1 to 2 and then to 10 and then 20 and now...
Grew from there?
Yeah, now 150, so it's sort of just...
150?
Yeah.
Is that how many, that's how many's on your books?
No, that's how many we have in work, so... it sort of got a bit out of hand, but it just happened, really.
Well, that's good. It's better to be doing nothing. What is your career highlight?
I'll probably platelet winning the 2 Group 1s last year. That was probably one of the biggest thrills I've had within a fortnight, and having the horse from day one as well.
Excellent. That's very good. What is that? Is Platelet your favourite horse, or you said you might have 3?
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 favourites.
I won't say what else you said, but anyways, what is your favourite horse? Not necessarily the most talented, and why? Yeah,
well, obviously She's Archie's got a soft spot for She's Archie because she came along at the right time and was our first Group 1 winner, and also Platelet because she's obviously what she done last year, and got to take cares up there because he's just an iron horse. He's 10-year-old and he's had 60 or 70 starts and won about 18 races, so he's got to be
he's remarkable,
well.
Isn't he? And I'm not sure whether we need to ask this question, but what is your favourite carnival?
Well, that's pretty easily answered. Wonderous.
And do you remember being there?
I remember getting there.
Oh, excellent. You got there, that's the main thing. What is the biggest challenge you face as a trainer?
I guess getting the horses fit and keeping them sound, I reckon.
Great. And staffing? You don't have a problem with staff, finding staff?
We used to have a bit of trouble with staff, but now we've got great staff and got good people organising the staff, so that's made a huge difference.
Great. If you could have any other career, what would it be?
I wouldn't change it. I love the horse side of things, and it's a bit of an up and down sport, but it's a great lifestyle.
Great. What do you do outside of racing to relax?
I don't do a lot. It's a 7-day-a-week thing, but when I get a chance, I like to go out and watch Lemoth play footy. They're a good supporter of our stable, and they're going really well this year.
Excellent. You have horses in training with ATB. Apart from working with me, which is a highlight, what else do you like about working with ATB?
Well, obviously, terrific to deal with Darren. He's a great syndicator, and he's a very, very loyal person because I've been training horses for him and Liz now for about 12 years, and they've sort of grown as I've grown, and the communication side of it's great, and the most important thing is he cops disappointment good.
All right, well, we'll leave it there because Darren's got to get to Bendigo races where we've got Chloe Anna running, and we're hoping she'll go good. Thanks.
Well, Shona, that's about it. It's been a change standing next to you instead of Darren.
Short, sweet. I hope I'm better looking than Darren.
Oh, much better looking, and you're much more insightful too, Shona, I have to say. But Darren's good, but there's always room for improvement. But thanks for joining us on ATB TV. I'm Brian Johnson. This is Shona Drechsler.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll see you next week.
Cheers.